Howdy folks, Everett Johnson, editor, publisher, Texas Saltwater Fishing Magazine. It's about to be springtime in Texas and that ought to be getting you excited. We're into March, kind of a in-between month. Partly winter, partly spring, so hopefully old man winter is going to smile and we get a nice early spring, get some warm sunny days and some favorable tides, and be great for the spring breakers. When you head out on the water in March, you know, a lot of things to be aware of. And man, number one is the weather forecast. March can change in a heartbeat, and it can get pretty rough. So, especially if you have youngsters on the boat, please make caution your byword. Let's talk a little bit about the fishing that's coming our way. So water's going to be warming up. Fish are going to be inhabiting shorelines. We're going to have the first crop of shrimp was going to start moving out of our marshes. Those would be the pink shrimp. Some call them the hoppers. And it really does get a good bite going along the middle and upper coast. So, you know, I'm excited, and man, I'm just really excited for the day when I can climb over the side of the boat and I don't have to be wearing waders, but that's still a ways off. But anyway, March is coming. It's going to be good. Let's talk about what's happening in March. Of course, the wind can blow your hat off. Or with all that's happening this month, you might just absolutely dash out from under it. First up, let's talk about the new trout regulations going to take effect. I'm told it will happen in the first couple of weeks of the month. We've been on 5 trout since 5 trout daily bag limit coastwide since 1st of September. That's going to change. We're going to 3. The slot limit has been 15 to 25 inches. That's where we can keep them in that size range. That's going to change from 15 to 20. Now, new wrinkle. When these new regs take effect, we're going to be able to keep 1 fish as part of our daily bag. Must be among the 3. Not a 4th, okay? We're going to be able to keep a fish 30 inches or greater length as part of our 3-fish bag. Now, why would Parks and Wildlife do that? Well, look at it this way. It's an opportunity to retain a personal best, career best speckled trout. It's an opportunity to certify a water body record, potentially even to be allowed to retain a fish that could set a new state record. Now, some people are saying, why would they want to allow people to kill those big fish? Well, you know, I've been doing a little research and I've attended a bunch of meetings. You know, one thing that I learned was in 20 years of creel surveys, Texas Parks and Wildlife have determined that 0.1, that's 1/10 of 1% of the trout that they find in the creel is 25 inches or longer, okay? So let's stretch that out 5 more inches. What would be the percentage of fish greater than 30? There's no data on it because those fish are like, man, they're next to unicorns in frequency. The other thing that I want to make people aware of is many of the anglers who are capable of catching, I'm talking hardcore anglers, capable of targeting and catching a fish longer than 30 inches. They're probably not going to keep it anyway. These guys are into CPR, catch, photo, release. They wouldn't even think twice on keeping it. However, it is a nice to have. And, you put the whole package together. I really take my hat off. I salute the Parks and Wildlife Commission. Not everybody's just tickled to death about 3 fish and about 15 to 20 inch retention slot. But look at it, my own personal opinion. Look at the boost this will provide to the fishery while we are struggling through a period of freezes, floods, and drought. Floods and drought interrupt natural reproduction. Spawning and recruitment isn't as strong. And, right now, our spotted sea trout resource can use all the help it can get. So I'm all for it. And I hope if at first it doesn't hit you right, think about it. Maybe you'll come around to believing that it's a good idea. So March is coming. Spring break's coming. Lots of things going to be going on the coast. Above all, I want to stress, take a kid fishing. That look on a youngster's face when they're reeling in a fish, doesn't matter what species, doesn't even matter how big. The fact that you put forth the effort to get that kid out there, whether he's along a shoreline or a pier or fishing from a boat, that was your effort, and hopefully it will come to fruition. You will enrich that kid's life, and hopefully they will grow into great stewards of the resource. So it's March. Let's get out there. Let's enjoy it. Let's hope old man winter. Let's go. And March 19 is the first day of spring. Adios, folks. See you out on the water.